What up, YouTube world? Welcome back to Bomb Boy TV. It's your boy here, Marvin Mom.
And I'm Tiffany P.
And y'all know what time it is. It's time for another edition of Let's Talk.
Hey, yo, it's Master coming at ya. Coming at ya. Bomb style disaster coming at ya.
What's up, YouTube world? Today we are coming at y'all with a very, I feel like it's been talked about for forever. I feel like the celebrity and social media influence that it has on us and especially our kids.
It's crazy. But I definitely understand what he's talking about far as the celebrity having influence on kids. Because let's talk about him, Lil Nas X.
Let's talk. What's
So when I first, my opinion, when I first figured out who he was, and the first time that I knew who he was Old Town Road. Am I saying it right?
Take my horse to the Old Town Road.
Right, so it was a nice song. And then I don't know if he put out anything else after that.
He put out, I think, a song called Holiday.
See, I didn't pay attention. Like half of the time when I listen to music, I don't even know who's singing. But I knew he was in that song. So I'm like, okay, my kid was singing it. Okay. But then this other song came out, and I guess this is when he revealed to the world his sexuality. Hey, kudos to you. You do whatever you want to do. But the video was just too much.
Which video are you talking about?
The one where he was in heaven and he dropped down to hell. What was that song?
Call My Name.
Yeah, like, I just feel like that video was just too much. Especially if you got, like, little kids following you. I feel like that was just too much for me. But, hey, I guess when you got money, do what you want to do.
See, I didn't think it was too much. Because the storyline from it was that he was born in heaven, but then because of his sexuality,
they dropped him down.
Dropped down to hell, which is what a lot of people in the church community do. And then at the end of the video, he defeated the demon or, Satan, and then, he got his wings back.
I guess, like I said, I better listen to the words. So when I seen the video, I ain't like it. And then you twerking, and it's supposed to be dancing on the devil, whatever. Like, that was just too much for me. And then his newer video where he's in a prison setting, like, just too much. I don't know.
You think it's too much? I feel like it's all about representation, number one, and it's just I feel like it's being creative and really getting the people going. But I just feel like it's not as bad as people trying to make it seem.
I just feel like, as on a parent expert, side, being a parent, it's like you want to limit your kids to certain things. Eventually, if they get older, they find out, or whatever the case may be. But as certain parents try to mold their kids in certain aspects of life, some things just shouldn't been seen, saw.
So, in that aspect, then wouldn't that be the parents' job to censor what their kids watch?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, because there are plenty of Beyonce fans, and I'm just gonna use her because that's my.
Yeah.
So like, she has had videos that were risque. And showed a little bit more skin or did some things in the video. So that's okay for kids to watch a little bit more than.
I don't know. My opinion is my opinion. And I don't think, like, Beyonce, like, stuff that she wears, whatever, is, like, not too explicit for me, or, like, a kid or whatever. But when like, for instance, he came on, what awards went off when he was kissing the guy in the mouth. Like, come on now.
But Madonna and Britney Spears and them kiss people. We see straight people kiss all the time on TV. So the representation, like,
it all depends on how you feel about the situation. So
I just feel like everybody should be able to express themselves. So because Fantasia and Jamie Foxx, remember they kissed on stage?
But that's a male and female. That's a male and a female.
So, but there are 2 males, 2 females that live in the world that the kids might see just out.
You're right.
During the day.
Right. But this is Let's Talk.
We talk about it. So I mean, like, we see that those visuals and images, and that's okay. But how are we preparing the kids for the real world when they are going to be exposed to everybody?
I just think he just did too much for me. That's the only thing I just said. Like, I just thought it was just too damn much. Then he went to the whole thing trying to put real blood in tennis shoes. Like, come on, God, what's wrong?
Tony Hawk put blood in the
skateboard. Did that even go through?
Yes, they're selling them, and nobody had said one thing about it.
But like I said,
I'm just saying. I just feel like at one point they didn't even want black people on TV. Or you couldn't have interracial couples if they were, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's in that same realm of that. Like, you, in order to progress, you have to have those representations or whatever, because they're not going anywhere. Gay people have been around for years. So every walk of life represented, to be represented is a great thing. Now, and of course, you can control what your kids do and watch.
Right. And then we said something about who else was in the category.
And then Cardi B, she was in a video tonguing down one of the girls. Nobody had a little fret about that.
It depends on what you feel like. It depends on Cardi B. So, like.
But I mean, like, it's like, so, but nobody made a big thing about that. That was sexy. But again, there was just like the VMAs when Normani danced on Tiana Taylor.
Oh yeah, like James Jackson performance or whatever.
That's the same thing. But you can't pick and choose. If people are gonna be so gun-ho on we don't want this representation out there, then they can't pick and choose what is okay and what isn't, because it's all the same. I feel, in my humbly opinion, just let the artists be great, and people need to just monitor what their kids watch.
Wow. On Lil Nas X, he's getting a lot of backlash.
But themselves is...
But he's selling whatever he needs to sell. And then that whole pregnancy shit, like, he just do too much. Just keep it calm.
Why you gotta keep it calm?
I just feel like he's just doing too much. I felt like since he got tore down a little bit for coming up bisexual, now he feel like he had to do the most to get seen. Like, I feel like he's just using certain situations to get seen. Like, nigga, we see you. Like, you come out there with a whole, like, that was just too, maybe because I ain't extra, I don't know.
It was a different way to promote the album. He gave birth to his child, which a lot of artists say, this is my child.
But this nigga gave him a whole baby shower, everything.
But check the baby shower out. Baby shower was to promote nonprofit black organizations so you could donate to those places.
It was just too much.
You can't, it's just a good way to promote, a different way to promote. But every artist,
different.
If you look at any artist interview, they at one point said, I'm working on this, this is my baby, I'm about to give birth to the world to present my album. So he just took it a step further and actually had a baby bump. Like, we see all that on The Cosby Show when they gave birth to boats and all that stuff. Like, there's been episodes where guys giving birth, it's not something that we haven't seen before. But because, again, he is gay,
it becomes an issue.
It becomes an issue when it shouldn't be, because we've seen these images before, but just in a different light. So that's what
I feel like like we go back to The Cosby Show. That was back in God knows when the episode came out. So it was like everything was like on a calm level. This day and age, everything is like in a big uproar. Like I just felt it was just too much. And like nowadays, even with people that straight, they do too much now. Like it just, this world is just crazy.
You just gotta if people would just let people mind their business, let people do what they want to do and how they want to do it, and again monitor what your kids watch and all that stuff, then there would be no issue. Because on a Sunday night during school time, after like 8:30, your kids should be in the bed anyway, sleep.
Yeah, preparing for school.
And then I saw something like, I'm not gonna say who, but something on social media about somebody saying like crop tops, why are kid daughters wearing crop tops, why are they selling crop tops? And then somebody wrote in the comment, it was like, because of Cardi B showing her body and stuff. And I'm like, people have been showing their bodies for years. Yeah. So why is it?
That goes off the parent too. Like if you allowing your child to walk out here with a crop top, then that's what they're going to do. If you allowing your 12, 13-year-old daughter to show skin, that's what they're going to do. You can't blame it on a celebrity because that's what they do. No, because you can, like if my son, I can decide what my son's wearing. My son is 12 years old. I can stop him from wearing certain things. What would that mean? What's that?
But you told me earlier.
Oh, whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic. But I know goddamn well at 12 years old, I wasn't wearing no crop tops. So when my daughter turns 12, she damn sure ain't gonna wear no crop tops. I don't care how cute it get. Like, no.
But we can't blame the artist.
You can't blame the artist for that, because Cardi B is what, 30-something years old?
I don't think she's 30 yet. She's almost 30.
But she's a grown-ass woman. She can do what she wants. And crop tops is in her age category if she wants to wear and flaunt it. Because if I could wear a crop top, I would. But it don't mean my daughter gonna wear one.
But then I feel like in like those cheerleading competitions and stuff like that, the kids have on crop tops.
But that's just a uniform. You can't stop that. Now, if your child want chili, your child want chili. But you can't stop that. Now, just randomly wearing them, trying to show skin, trying to feel like they're a little bit older than what they is, no.
So at what age do you think a crop top would be appropriate?
15, 16, not even that, 16. 16.
Alright, so what about because, okay, sidebar. It's not really a sidebar, but I just feel like music plays a part in how society is. I feel like music, because I feel like back in the day, the music that we heard was like all lovey-dovey. If you did cheat, you snuck around, you knew not to bring it home. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, everybody was in love. And I feel like during that time period, you saw more people get married and staying together longer than you do now, because everybody's like, on the hookup, thing. And I feel like all of that comes into music. Like, who hurt y'all? like, I just feel like music plays a big part in society's mental thought process, and I don't know where it shifted, because people was in love for a long time in the songs, and then like even those type of songs that showcase love don't get much airplay. Nobody wants to hear that,
right.
or ones that do get played a lot, like the Sam Smith song when he was talking about his breakup or whatever. Like songs that show heartbreak. I mean, I guess that's always been a thing too, but you had a balance back then. But now, and everybody's talking about like that's the thought culture of Megantheestallion and like how that's what she promotes and da da da. But meanwhile, she has a whole man, and living her best life. So I don't know why we let media. Why do you think we let the media and artists influence us so much?
I don't know why people do, because I know it damn sure influenced my ass. But I don't know why people allow it to something from a song that someone created, probably off the top of their head, threw it together, boom. I mean, some artists did come from personal life experiences, whatever, and then put it in their music, but that shouldn't justify what you do in your personal life. You feel me? Like,
correct, though.
It shouldn't. Like he said, well, like a lot of artists rap about, drugs and what they've been up. That don't mean you gotta go up there and start selling drugs and try to act like you from.
And half these people don't even do that stuff for real.
Half of them
they might know somebody, but then our kids, our black people out there,
acting stupid
because they heard the song. And I just feel like back when I was a kid, I didn't know people smoked weed. But nowadays, it's like everywhere you go, you smell it everywhere. Nobody cares to keep it concealed. I like an edible every now and again. But I'm not out here like, not caring what I smell like or whatever, smelling like it. Because I just feel like it wasn't a thing before. Like you did that on the privacy of your own space. And I just feel like now that everything is so glorified, and I feel like those images are what we should be worrying about more so than Lil Nas X. Him living his best life. But that's just my opinion.
Like how kids nowadays thinking smoking and drinking is what it is. And listening to these songs, because he smoked this and smoked that in a rap song, now you feel like 16, 15 years old. That's what you gotta do to be cool.
And that's what we should worry about, because let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something. If a girl don't want to lick coochie, she not gonna lick coochie. And if a man don't want to suck dick, he not gonna suck dick. Okay? All right? But if that's not in his, if he's not curious about that at all, no, I don't care what song you play, what video he looks at. No.
Right.
But they get curious about these, drugs and you know what I mean? Like that, I feel like should be where the backlash should come. Mm-hmm. And that's how that's what the media should be, or people should be worrying about in the black community, but they're not. That's okay to showcase, but when you have little Billy out here that's proud or feels seen because he has these same feelings, and he actually sees representation on TV and is not I guess it still made to feel bad, but it's not like he sees it. It's not like he has to hide it or he has somebody that represents him, which, you know, is I think a good thing for a kid to see in doses, of course. Like, you know, gotta, you know, but I mean, you just gotta pick and choose, and I feel like that's the bigger issue of the promiscuous behavior, drug use, all that stuff. I think that's what people should focus on more than what Lil Nas X is doing, because Prince was out here showing his butt cheek for years, and everybody loved Prince.
Yeah,
Prince could do no wrong.
Flocked over Prince. I don't know. It just social media and everything plays a lot, and it's sad.
But anywho, you know, we could talk about this for a while, it seems.
Yeah.
So comment below what you think or how you feel about it. Don't get too saucy, because I'm very passionate about it. So, you know. So, thanks for watching Let's Talk. And remember to like,
comment,
share,
and subscribe.
Peace.